Hey guys, it is Rick. I am definitely here with a different type of video. As I mentioned, I've been teasing this video for a little while and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this is interesting to you guys, but this is my autographed book collection. So I don't really talk about books much on this channel, and I actually did a video similar to this when my channel first started out, and not many people watched it. My channel was a lot smaller. I only had a few hundred subscribers when this video came out. My autographed book collection isn't huge. It's 14 books. What I want to do in this video is just show you the books. I'll show you the signatures in it. And a lot of you guys might ask, where do you buy autographed books? So if you weren't aware, companies like Barnes & Noble and Books A Million have a tab on their websites that they have signed books. Usually you have to try to pre-order these books because they sell out rather quickly, especially with certain people. I've bought a few in-store and one from a different type of store. I also bought one from a thrift shop. I think I paid $20 for that book. And it still had the sticker from Barnes & Noble. And I did some doodling, and it's an authentic version of it. So, like I said, I'm going to go through. I'm going to show you the signatures, the books. They're kind of in size order, and then the last two books I have are brand new books to my collection that I got in the last month or two. I've been holding on to them to kind of unveil in this video. One, I think a lot of people are going to think is pretty cool, although the signature is not. We'll get to that. And the other one, wrestling fans will probably think is pretty cool. And these are all, like I said, celebrities. Celebrities and wrestlers, pretty much. And then there's one author, and that was a book I actually found at a yard sale. Was it a yard sale? It was either a yard sale or a library. It was $1. So the first book I actually showed fairly recently in a video, and I put it in a turkey bag, and it is the Jay and Silent... Man, I am blurry. Jay and Silent Bob's Blueprints for Destroying Everything. And this book is signed by Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. So, like I said, these are kind of in size order, except for the last two, because that's how they were on my shelf. So, yes, Jay and Silent Bob book, signed by Kevin Smith and Jay. That is awesome. This could be one of my favorite signature, or one of the favorite names in my collection. And the book is called Uncommon Type, Some Stories. And it is by Tom Hanks. Yes, Tom Hanks. Woody himself. The Apollo 13 guy, the League of Their Own guy. Tom Hanks wrote a book, and there's Tom's autograph. And a lot of these autographs, you can tell they have to sign a ton of books, and they got tired of it. But yes, I think it is awesome that I have Tom Hanks' autograph in my collection. Next up, you know her from Pitch Perfect, Mr. Right, other movies that I'm blanking on right now, Up in the Air, Twilight, and that is Anna Kendrick, Scrappy Little Nobody. Anna has a nice signature. I do like that. You can see here, this signed edition of Scrappy Nobody by Anna Kendrick has been specifically bound by the publisher. I will mention, while I'm talking about my books, there was one autographed book I bought a while ago, and it had a defect where there were two signed pages in it, because they basically send the pages to the celebrity or the writer, the author, and they sign all the pages, and then they press them into the book. And that particular book had two signatures, and I bought that, I want to say I pre-ordered it for $30, and because it had two signatures, it sold for $150. I regret now not buying a second copy while I could to keep in my collection. That was the Ronda Rousey book. I read the book, but sold that one because of the double signatures. But yes, Anna Kendrick. Next up, you know her from maybe The Mindy Project, Inside Out, The Office, Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. So Mindy Kaling has another nice signature there with the heart. So a Mindy Kaling autographed book. And to be honest, guys, I've only read 1, 2, 3. I've only read 3 of these books because I'm a little hesitant to read them because I don't want them to get messed up. But I've gotten, maybe the book from a library to read it. Why not me? This is the book I got really cheap at a library sale. Michael Connelly, who wrote The Lincoln Lawyer. I'm not going to really talk about this one much. But yeah, Michael Connelly, signed book. Just cool to have in the collection. Don't really have any sentimental attachment to it. I do love The Lincoln Lawyer. And that is honestly probably why it's still in my collection. Next up, love this guy from his days at the Soup, as well as Community. And I've read this book. It is Joel McHale, Thanks for the Money. And so this one I actually got on clearance at Barnes & Noble. There was a bit of a issue with the spine there. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So there's an issue with the spine. And this was $5. So add that to the collection. Joel McHale. Like I said, I'm a fan of Joel McHale. Next up, this was also a clearance book at Barnes & Noble. I guess because they had too many copies of it. And I haven't read this. This is actually a book I really want to read. It's really short. And it is David Spade is Almost Interesting, the memoir. David Spade, I think, has a nice signature, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I like David Spade's signature there. So, a nice... He signed in pen, too, instead of Sharpie. So, very cool. David Spade. That was another inexpensive book. This one, the wrestling fans will appreciate. AEW fans will appreciate it. And this guy's written a ton of books. And he proclaims to be the best in the world at what? I have no idea. And that is Y2J himself. La Champion, El Champion, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, Judas, Chris Jericho, Y2J. So, very cool. I've heard Chris Jericho's books are phenomenal. I have 2 other books by him. I really need to read those at some point. I have not read them. The next 2 books I have read, the first, this was a book I was really excited about when it first came out. I was a huge, massive fan. I had such a crush on her. Lost some interest in her for a little while. I'm a fan still. I enjoy her. And it is Amy Schumer, The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo. Like I said, I have read this one. And she really does have a lower back tattoo, if you did not know. It's not just the clever title of the book. Basic signature. It looks like it's just Amy. But yeah, Amy Schumer's book there. Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo. Next up, another book I've read. Huge fan of this guy's stand-up. Huge fan of him as Tom Haverford on Parks and Rec. And that is Aziz Ansari's Modern Romance. This book, however, was a bit of a disappointment because it's basically a relationship book. It's not like a, I don't want to say a bio, but it's not a biography. It's not a memoir. It's like a relationship book about how to date. Almost vibes of like when he was doing Master of None, he wrote a book. Not a great signature either, in my opinion. A couple dots and an A. Like I said, a few of these signatures are a lot lazier than others. The last book I'm showing, one of my new ones, I have a funny story about it. So, yes, Aziz Ansari, Modern Romance. Here's another wrestling book. This is awesome. When I ordered this, I thought it was just going to be signed by one of these people, and it's actually signed by 2. And that is The Legacy of Ric Flair and the Rise of Charlotte, Second Nature. And this was... I pre-ordered this, and then Ric Flair ended up getting really sick right after it came out. And when I opened it, I was shocked to see there's Ric Flair's signature as well as Charlotte's. Ric Flair's signature is nice. So is Charlotte's. So that is pretty cool. Ric Flair and Charlotte's autographs in this book together. I think this is probably another one of my favorites in my collection. Just two really nice signatures. So, second nature. Next up was my thrift shop find. Wasn't going to keep it, was going to sell it. I actually only paid $15 for it because I didn't peel the sticker off. A controversial figure at times in his career, but it is Howard Stern's Miss America. You can see the sticker still on there from the thrift store, $15. And the original Barnes & Noble sticker that was like peeling off. It might have even been Borders at the time. So, yes, Howard Stern is a very controversial subject. Like I said, not as much anymore. And it looks like what they had him do was sign stickers. And then he put his signature on the page. Once again, a nice signature. Cannot hate on that signature there. So, Howard Stern's Miss America. And now it's time for the two new additions to the collection. The first, once again, is an AEW wrestler or wrestlers book. They are brothers. They are elite, B-E elite. And it is Matt and Nick Jackson, Young Bucks, killing the business, looking down at each other's feet. And this is signed by both Matt and Nick, the Jackson brothers. So that is pretty cool. The Young Bucks killing the business, signed. And then when I saw that they were going to have a pre-order for this book, autographed, they could not get my money fast enough. I think it was like $25 or $30. This could have been $50. I would have gotten it because he's one of my favorite actors. I absolutely love this guy. And when I found out they were putting out an autographed book of him, I needed it. And it is Yearbook by Seth Rogen, signed. And so this is the autograph I keep teasing. And when I got it, I was so excited. I opened it and I looked at it and I said, are you effing kidding me? That was my initial reaction. And my girlfriend's like, what's wrong? And I said, that is Seth Rogen's signature. So I was upset. So she's Googling it. And then the next day I'm on Twitter and somebody received their copy of Yearbook and said, Seth, really? Question mark. And Seth Rogen, and he took a picture of his book with the S. And he goes, listen, I had to sign a lot of books. I've gotten very lazy as I continue my weed use. That is my signature. That is my legit signature. Apologies. So it's awesome to own this book. But really, Seth? That's not cool. It's sad in my opinion. But it's a Seth Rogen book. It's autographed. So, Seth Rogen, Yearbook. That is it, guys. I hope you enjoy this. I'm not always adding new books to the collection, but about once a month I check Barnes & Noble. I see what signed books they have, what's coming out. And they usually have them on Black Friday, full price at the store. And usually you can buy the autographed books between $20 and $30. So for some of these people, you could never get Seth Rogen's autograph unless you like run into him for $20 or $30 somewhere. Tom Hanks or Mindy Kaling or Aziz Ansari. So it's a really cool way to get autographs in your collection. Also, if you're a fan of books, it's a cool, just, you know, it's interesting to me. So like I said, I don't have a crazy collection. I'm always looking for new ones, but I try to be very, very selective because a surprising amount of people, celebrities, put out books and sign them, but I can't buy them all. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you did. Let me know, what was your favorite signature in a book? What was the worst signature? Although I think we all know the answer to that. But what was your guys' favorite signature? Not so much the person, but who had the nicest signature, the coolest signature for you guys. So thank you for watching. Check out the links down below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, where I rate and review all the movies I watch. Blu-ray.com profile, eBay store, Amazon wishlist, P.O. Box, email address can all be found in the description box down below. I'm done, guys. I'm going to lay on this couch and watch a movie And until next time, who's down to movie?